Let's talk about the interesting but awkward topic of self-sabotage and how highly intelligent people often practice yes but behavior. I write about this concept in What Makes Them Great.
Yes, but. I believe that my circle of friends and colleagues is populated by clever people. Some are even brilliant. Yet I've also come to believe that intelligence alone does not necessarily lead to industry success. In fact, two of the most intelligent people I know are also the two individuals most besieged by the curse of the yes but mentality. This is the habit of responding to every idea, every opportunity, every possibility, and every suggestion on the way forward with the negating argument, yes but, and then thinking of clever, creative ways of arguing against your own success. Over time, I've come to believe that the qualitative nature of the yes but that they offer on each occasion doesn't actually matter. They can always find a reason to say it. What is more relevant here is the very fact that yes but has become a reflexive thought habit. In an online discussion with one such of my friends, in which he asked for growth ideas and I tried to provide them to the best of my abilities, it didn't take long for it to dawn on me that it really didn't matter what I suggested or how viable an idea might have been. This was not the practical coaching session that I initially perceived it to be. He was viewing it as a therapy session, an opportunity to bemoan all the reasons, real and imagined, for his current state. Any suggestion I offered would inevitably be answered by the reflex of a yes but rebuttal, which shut down all activity for him. 1,000 creative arguments would ensue as he attempted to qualify and justify the yes but it was all sophistry, creative nonsense, anxiety-ridden brain noise. His roadblocks and issues were not real. They were not valid reasons to avoid trying the initiatives under discussion. My experience with high performers and genuine experts is that their mindset tends to be quite the opposite. They crash through obstacles rather than cautiously backing away from them. Even when they can't afford to study, they study. They find a way to afford it. When they can't afford to attend a training course, they do pushy things like asking whether they can earn their attendance. They say yes to an opportunity, then find a way to get there. They are relentless in their push towards positive action, rather than cautioned by their own narrative. My other such friend has a brilliant product of her own invention and a large potential market, but her yes buts are so petty as to be little more than patently obvious excuses not to try. A marketing idea costs too much, regardless of how little money is under discussion. An initiative is too difficult to do because she has kids, even though babysitting services are available to her for free. I've discovered, by trial and error, that regardless of how small the personal investment is in terms of time, money, or effort, there will always be a yes but. And she is massively intelligent. She has a plethora of her own creative ideas, all of which could yield dividends. And I can recall a trail of such ideas stretching back for years, none of which she has ever quite got around to. In the time it takes her to create and publish 2 small internet memes advertising her business, I've discovered that other entrepreneurs can write multiple articles, volunteer themselves for media interviews, and speak in 3 or 4 cities. I am personally able to write and publish an entire book between the occasions on which she releases 2 small Facebook advertisements. In the case of both these individuals, I can only conclude that the possibility of becoming wealthy and successful was eminently available, but that they are fundamentally self-sabotaging. Either the desire was simply not strong enough to create real focus and inspire sustained effort, or they made a point of creatively shutting down success at every turn with 1,000 disparate excuses. They used brilliance to argue against ideas, intelligence to mortify initiative. There was no program, no plan, no urgency. The momentum of the ordinary was never interrupted. The extraordinary never happened. Perhaps the hesitation was simple human fear. It's terrifying to try and to know that you might fail. But let me burst that particular bubble right up front for you. Repeated failure is a necessary part of your journey. It is absolutely unavoidable. And it's okay. It's how we learn. It's not embarrassing. It's informative. If I could presume to be the voice of the universe, speaking into these friends' lives from off-camera in the deep and echoing tones of Christopher Lee, I might say, "Pilgrim, you have argued passionately against the probability of your own success. In the face of possibility, you have shown diligence, perseverance, and creativity. And now the good news, you have won. You get to keep the prevailing narrative, which is that it's completely impossible for you. Well done. Now go and lie in that bed you fought so hard to make." As you read these words right now, what would you identify as your current yes but? Can you sustain the idea that someday you may think to yourself, well, I guess I could have been wealthy. I could have lived my dreams. Yes, but. Yes, but is not for experts. Experts aggressively do. I don't have time to write a book. Okay, then you don't have to be a thought leader. I have kids and I don't have time to focus on my business. Fair enough, your kids don't have to have a wealthy parent. I found a slight imperfection in the plan. I foresee something that might not be absolutely perfect, and that's enough to hamper me from ever even beginning. You can have your perfectionism, or you can have real-world success, but you cannot have both. Choose wisely. I blah blah blah. Yes, that's true. You hold on to that. It's clearly helping. Yes, but you don't understand my yada yada. Good, good. And to paraphrase Dr. Phil, how's that yada yada working for you? So, let's be brutal because this matters. What currently clogs up your days? Which yes buts justify your current inaction? Does not happen. It will accident. Absolutely be necessary for you to overcome them by design. Without question or debate, you will need to interrupt and disrupt the momentum of the ordinary if you hope to achieve any of the goals we are discussing here. You must take charge of how your time and energy are allocated.